Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another video. Now today we're working on the Miata again, trying to get the door and fender to fit. Now a little while ago I ended up taking the door and the fender off of the donor car, and I tried setting it up here and trying to get it to line up. There's a lot of things out of alignment. There's a couple dents that I do not want to have to deal with. So what I'm going to end up doing is pulling this in and taking off the sheet metal, the skin of the this side of the Miata, taking it off the donor car and then replacing it and putting all the spot welds back on here and hopefully fixing the alignment issue for the door and the fender. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the Miata into the garage and get to work. Alright, so the Miata's in the garage. Like I said, I need to take off the skin of the car. So in order to do that, I have to take off a bunch of this stuff. I need to take out most of the interior pieces, probably get the carpet out. Because I will be welding eventually, I need to get that out of the way so it doesn't catch on fire. Got to remove the rear bumper, the tail light, the surround back here, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot to do to prep for this. And then I have a spot weld cutter here that I'll be using to get all of the spot welds out of here. There's tons here, all kinds of stuff. So let me get the Miata cleaned up a little bit, get things out of the way, and then we'll start drilling out the spot welds. Alright, so I finally finished taking out the interior of the Miata. That includes dash, carpet, everything. So here is the state of the interior right now. You can see right along here, this is severely bashed in. This line right here, where the sheets of metal all come together, I can't tell how bad that is. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to measure that and get a baseline from the donor car, which is still good. So that way I can get a good idea of exactly where I need to pull this back. So this is the main area of concern. This is severely bowed in here. That's gonna have to be beaten out somehow. This line right here is pretty good. It basically, once it gets to about this point, so where the dash mounts in, everything past that is in too far. Now, I have decided I'm not going to go past over here too far. I just don't want to have to deal with all of that. That is a lot more spot welds to deal with and just more time when this panel is fine. This whole piece right here definitely has to come off. That's really the whole main reason for doing this. So lots of measurements to take. I should probably start taking the other car apart. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and try my spot weld cutter. You've got the piece right here. You've got the drill bit tip at the end, and then you've got the splines around it that are going to cut around the welds and into the sheet metal. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try drilling out a couple spot welds. Alright, so the panel isn't quite off yet, but I want to show you guys where I'm at because I'm going to stop for the evening. These spot welds over here are all out. I've got to take off the spot welds under this line right here, which is going to be a little bit more of a pain. The hardest part is in these damaged areas, finding exactly where the spot welds are. Like this area was kind of difficult, but being able to now that this piece is up here, I've got to get it over on this side, but now that I have places to pry, I can see where it's tacked down and then attack those spot welds. But yeah, no, it's taken me about 10 to 12 seconds to drill out each spot weld. Shouldn't be too long, but it's just finding them, using the punch on them, and then drilling them out. Like I said, 10 to 12 seconds per spot weld is really not bad at all. So yeah, this is a big project, and my philosophy behind it is Chris from B is for Build did it, and if he can do it, well, I'm gonna try and I'll make it happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it for tonight. I will see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, so I finally got that piece of sheet metal off. It's over there. It is seriously mangled, but that's because I wasn't worried about keeping that one's shape. As far as over here, the damage to this piece is kind of what I'm worried about. So I've been taking time to really think about this, and I've got some marks where I think pulling on this will help bring it out. Things like down here. So this entire piece here, from where it got hit, is raised up, and so it's interfering with the door. As far as the mounting points for the door, this one is almost out far enough, and I think this one is pretty much where it needs to be. The only issue here is because it folds in a little bit, I'm not sure how it's going to line up with everything else. So my idea is to get a metal plate on the back here, basically from this point up here to this point down here, and then take a piece of chain going through that point right there, and then coming around on this other side and then pulling on that. I'm not sure how it's logistically going to work out right now, but I think I can get that to work. I'll have to do some welding and all kinds of different things. So obviously there's a lot of work to do with this panel specifically in order to get the good piece of sheet metal attached back onto here with everything fitting properly. Obviously I still need to take off this panel. That's still going to happen, but I really want to get this thing lined up first before I tackle the rear quarter. I want to get this panel off, but seeing this damage has kind of changed things around. But yeah, so that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. If you guys have any comments, suggestions, or questions, feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. Don't forget to check out my Instagram to see behind the scenes stuff of what's going on with the car. That way you guys can just stay up to date between videos. The link will be in the description box down below. Also, if you guys have not already, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. That way you see when new videos are posted, like the next video of this process, trying to get this whole panel to fit properly. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Have an awesome day.